addiction. And I go from group to group to group. What's your biggest problem? Heroin, heroin, heroin.
A little over 1,800,000 people. The drug wholesalers shipped 200 million pain pills to my state of West Virginia.
All right, more than 33,000 Americans died from heroin and prescription drug overdoses last year, according to the CDC. One of the hardest hit states is West Virginia. An investigation this week by the Charleston Gazette-Mail followed the link between big money pharmaceuticals, pain clinics, and so-called pill mills. So we're joined by Eric Ayer. He uncovered the story. He joins us now from Charleston, West Virginia. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. I want to bring our viewers up to date. We have some new information. Just yesterday, there was a $44 million settlement nationwide that was brought in by the DOJ with one of the biggest prescription distributors. I want to read in defense so they can get their part in. A statement they released, it reads in part, "To combat the scourge of opioid abuse successfully, this must be a collaborative effort that includes all parties." The statement went on to talk about regulators, also manufacturers and those who produce medications, along with doctors and pharmacies. I want to get your reaction to the news of the day when we hear of this settlement, and also moving forward, the new lawsuit that was also brought.
Well, that stemmed from an investigation in 2012, and they just reached a settlement. The interesting thing is that same company, Cardinal Health, a couple years earlier had also been sanctioned by the DA. And so this is nothing new, and there's other companies like McKesson Corporation that's paid $150 million.
I want you to set the scene for us.
$150 million fine.
Because we look at some of the numbers here, and I can put up a full screen, when you look at the prescriptions that are going, and this is just to West Virginia. From between 2007 and 2012, oxycodone dosages up to 224 million, hydrocodone 555 million. We're seeing more than 1,700 fatalities related to overdose. So can you set the scene in your investigation on just how much medication is going to a small state, relatively speaking, as far as population is concerned?
It amounts to about 430 tablets of those two opioids that you just described for every man, woman, and child in West Virginia. And what was most interesting is that a lot of these shipments were going to the small pharmacies, the mom and pop, the independent, locally owned pharmacies. They weren't necessarily going to the Rite Aids and the Walgreens and the Walmarts. You had one case where we had a pharmacy in a town of 400 people that received 9 million doses of hydrocodone alone, 9 million doses in a town of 400 people. And that was just over 2 years.
Okay, so for our viewers at home, when you say that there's 9 million going to this small area, this population, who is ultimately responsible? Because not only you know, are we seeing a lot of hands-involved drug companies, we're seeing lawmakers, we're seeing the actual pharmacies themselves, but also the doctors prescribing that. There's a lot of people who are seeing these statistics. Why is nothing getting done?
Well, you have a situation where you have rogue doctors that are prescribing. You've got pill mill pharmacies that are dispensing the medications. You've got these drug distributors, wholesalers that are shipping the drugs, and you also have the manufacturers. So you have all of them working together. It seems that none of them want to take responsibility, however.
Moving forward, do you feel as if there will be action? Tell me a little bit about the new lawsuit that's just been filed.
Yeah, in the poorest county in West Virginia, McDowell County in West Virginia, it's about 28,000 people. It's a drug-ravaged county, very impoverished county, and yesterday they filed suit against the drug wholesalers and a local physician that was prescribing an excessive number of pain pills. So it's finally the counties are trying to strike back or fight back against these forces.
All right, Eric, well, we appreciate you joining us. Please stay on the story. As you said, 9 million pills to one county seems absolutely startling, so please stay on it for us. Thank you so much.